Hi guys, hello. Yes, it's another beautiful day. So it's either good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are watching me from. And thank you for watching all of my videos all the time. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed to this YouTube channel, and thank you to those who are taking the leap of faith. Because yes, I call it the leap of faith, because a lot of you have not met me, you don't even know who I am, but you have trusted me enough to patronize me. I do not take that trust for granted, and I'm working tirelessly not to disappoint you all. God so help me. Because yes, of course, it's not just by my own power only, it's also I need the grace of God to keep to that word. So how are you guys doing where you are rather? How are you doing? How is your family, maybe your husband, your wife, your kids? How is everyone around you doing? How is work? Because I understand that a lot of you also are still on lockdown. How are you guys coping? You're still working from home and all of that. How are you guys coping with the current lockdown? I hope you're just, you're finding your way around it. All right, so due to so many questions, so many things that pop up in conversation with some of you and some other people, I've decided to do this video. Okay, I've decided to do this video to address that. Now I realized that a lot of people don't know. I've done this video before, but like I said, the community is growing, so I need to keep reiterating these things. As as my community is growing, new people are adding to the fold. I'm meeting new people, and I'm getting the same, the same. I'm seeing people with the same traits, the same mentality, the same lack of understanding, and all of that. So I said, okay, I'm going to use this video again to address this. Now, I've come to realize that a lot of people do not understand the procedures for acquiring properties. Most especially for landed properties that are under investment, that falls under investment. Now, this is what I mean. Before I even explain further, you all already know me that I'm a lady that says it the way it is. I try as much as I can not to present myself as maybe an only realtor, no, but I try as much as I can to present myself as I am. My personality, generally speaking, aside real estate, even in my entertainment business, people know me. I try as much as possible, even in my family, with everybody I deal with, to be very honest, and that's who I've been over the years, and I don't see myself changing anytime soon. Okay, so now that as my personality has transcended to my business in real estate, and it makes it, because of my passion for the business, it makes it more real. So now I also understand that even though I project myself to be like that, is also still risky for people to get convinced and trust me. Okay, now I just wanted to clear that a lot of you who patronize me, you do that based on the way I present myself to be an honest person, and that's why you stick with me, and I appreciate that. And that's why I keep saying in every chance I get that I do not take your patronage, your trust for granted. I will never do that. I will not, and I hope that I will never find myself in a situation where I will have to do that. No, I pray it will not happen to me, because yeah, I can only try, right? All right, so having cleared that, I also realized that a lot of investors don't understand the processes when it comes to acquiring lands, especially landed properties. A lot of people don't understand the process. Number one, yes, my portfolio, my clients are majorly Nigerians in diaspora, who are based in diaspora. A lot of you have not been home in the last 10 years. I even have people that have not been home in 15 years. I have people who have not been home in 5 years. I have people who have been home even just last year. And I have people who have been home even this year. So different people, folks for different folks, right? Now, and I understand that because of the terrain, the way we do things in Nigeria, it has caused a lot of trust issues within us. I mean, you people in diaspora, because you're used to a structured environment, it's a functional system, so trusting because we don't have functional, so to speak, system, so it gives that huge gap with trust. Now I get it, and that's why I try as much as I can to put myself in your shoe, and that's why I'm a bit different. The way I do my business is a bit different because I'm trying to be in your shoe. And my end goal is that you don't lose your money. Okay? Nobody that crossed my path will lose their money as much as I can, you know, I also, let me say, to the best of my ability or the best of my knowledge. Okay? So I just need to say that. Now, the process of buying a land, acquiring a land, like I said, a lot of you are getting it twisted, and it's causing some issues for yourself and maybe some realtors that you're dealing with. Now, this has nothing to do with just people that are buying from me only. I know it's happening to a lot of realtors. We have a lot of these conversations, and some of these realtors have not even that experience to educate you, you know, unfortunately. So I'm taking the pain again to do this education, to do this, to inform you guys about the process of acquiring a land. Now, when you're buying a land in a location that is majorly for investment, maybe not a buy and build immediately, please note that getting instant allocation is not going to happen. Like I said, I will always say it the way I say it. Okay, so I'm telling you now that don't fall prey into that. If any realtor tells you you buy into Queen's Garden, beachfront 1 or 2 and get instant allocation, that's a lie. It's a white lie. It's a big fat lie. It's a lie. It cannot happen. Because why? Now, if you buy into, let's say, which estate can I use in Ekpe? Some of these people, maybe the farmland in Ekpe, you might not get instant allocation, okay? If you buy into Perfection Estate, you won't get instant allocation. Maybe what you will get is instant paper allocation. But instant physical allocation, you won't get it. There's no instant allocation in places where you have to, in estates where it's primarily for investment. Now, why is that? The only reason is not because the real estate company is dubious, so please don't get it wrong. Because see, I'm going to take my time to explain this because it's very, very important. I see a lot of you getting these things twisted, and it is causing, it's causing you guys, some of you, to be on the edge, or you start doubting that maybe the real estate developer is a fraud, or maybe the realtor is a fraud. No, it has nothing to do with the realtor or the real estate developer, but it has a lot to do with processes. First of all, before you get your land allocated, the estate must be ready. Like, I've taken my time to explain this to a lot of people. I know a lot of people will refuse to buy land from me because I told them they were not going to get instant allocation. In fact, at the point, the question I ask people now is, do you want me to lie to you? Because sometimes, even when you explain, they still don't want to get it. And it now makes you feel bad. Like, oh, okay, so because I'm telling you the truth, right? Now, you now go. So the question I'll ask is, do you want me to now tell you what you want to hear? Because what you want to hear is they'll give you allocation tomorrow. And when you pay today and tomorrow, I'll tell you, oh, sorry for some. After giving you excuses, is that what you people want? I get it. It's the pain of being truthful sometimes. A lot of people also don't like the truth. But I'm not saying that you guys don't want the truth. What I'm saying now is you guys don't understand it. And I want to explain the processes to you. When you're buying a land, that is not in. So the first question is, when you're buying a virgin land, that is not that they've done previous allocations before. That is not like the site is ready for allocation. They can't get instant allocation. First and foremost, because the site is not ready for allocation, you can't get allocation and they'll be pointing the land and say, okay, that's your land there. You have to be able to access the land. So unaccessibility of the land is one of the reasons why you can't get instant allocation. So if you pay today, they can't allocate it tomorrow. Now, the other major reason why you cannot get instant allocation is documents. There's nothing called instant allocation. You can get instant paper allocation, but instant physical allocation, well, maybe they will just show you where you're. Sorry, I don't know, my tripod keeps going down. Sorry about that. Now, maybe they will allocate you and then give you your documents later. But the majority of these developers, what they do, the process is they would get your survey ready. And none of these companies prepare this surveys. These surveys are prepared by the government, whether you're buying it from Lagos State or you're doing it in Ogun State. Ogun State, I think, is about 2 weeks. I think Lagos State, sometimes, depending on the location or depending on the company or depending on, I don't know, the bureaucracies involved, sometimes it might take 3 months. Between 2 to 3 months. So how do I now come and tell you that the company will give you instant allocation when it's not paper allocation, it's not physical allocation, when your survey is not ready? I don't understand. It doesn't even make any sense to me, because if they go point the land to you physically and your document is not with you, that's not even the allocation. The allocation is when you have your survey ready. So please, when you want to buy a land, you want to buy a land in Queen's Garden, Ibejuleki, you want to buy a land, you bought a land in Beachfront, and you're beating yourself up, you're beating the realtor up. You're not buying the land in Beachfront, you're not buying the land in Queen's Garden, you're not buying the land in Perfection Estate or any other estate, just because the realtor told you the truth that allocation is not immediately, and you refrain from investing. It doesn't even make any sense. I understand that it's difficult to trust, because you can't just let go of your money and you're not getting possession. Let's be truthful. These things got processes. There are processes to these things. So the first thing is, rest. If you can trust, and which is what I tell everybody that work with me, that if you call me, whatever can make you watch my video, and you kind of feel like you can relate with my personality, or you can whatever made you call me, I feel like you should also trust me and say, you know what, goodness, I'm just going to trust you. See, I can't deceive you twice. I can't do that. I can only cheat you once. I'm not going to use the word cheat, because it doesn't even work with me at all. I can only deceive you once. I can't deceive you twice. Nobody should be deceived twice, okay? So I'm just saying that, to a large extent, if you do your homework about me, if you trust me, I will not, see, like I keep saying it, I will not tell you what you want to hear just because what I'm telling you, it does not subtle, or does not sweeten your heart, or does not gladden your heart. I don't know the right English word to use. Please pardon me, but you guys get what I'm saying. I will tell you the way it works. See, investment is a journey. You're on a journey with me. So the first journey is to come in contact with me. I advise you on the kind of property you want to buy. Then we go through the procedure of acquiring the property. And then I go through the procedure of documentation, getting your documentation for you. And I go through the procedure of getting your allocation. See, even if you're listening to me now, and I'm not your realtor does not have control over these things sometimes. We don't, honestly. In fact, I was telling someone that, have you even forgotten that I'm not the owner of this land? I have no control over them. I'm only working in partnership with them. I can only influence or try to fast track, look for ways to, because of my integrity and all of that, my years of working with them and all of that, I can always try to say, oh, you know what, my client needs to get this now, my client needs to get that now, please can you get this for my client, even though it is this, it is that, please, I want this, I want that. I can try to use my, my position, my relationship with them to get you, some fast tracked. But I really cannot lie to you that if you pay for Queen's Garden, you pay for Beachfront, you will get allocation today. You all know now. When I did a video on Beachfront, I informed you guys. And that's the way I work. I don't leave you stranded. And I'll tell you what it is. You remember when I did the video? If you're not watching the video, people are watching. When I did Beachfront, I told people, I said, if you want to get allocation for Beachfront and you have not paid for your documentation, you will not get allocation. In fact, I've seen someone last year on Beachfront 2 gave me a condition that is when the allocation is ready. Beachfront 1, that is when they are ready for the allocation. That's where you pay for document. Guess what happened? He decided to, when he saw that my video, he now decided he wants to pay for the document. I told him, Oga, there's nothing I can do. Pay for your document and go and wait for the next batch. He was like, no. Well, I said, but I told you then that you better pay for your documentation now. And my job will now be, you have trusted me and the company, you paid for all your land and your survey and deed. My job will now be to make sure that when they are doing the first batch of allocation, your name is in it. Now, he refused to listen to my advice. Now, they want to do the first batch of allocation. He's now crying to me and saying, hey, my name must be on it. And I said, so what will happen to the people who trusted us and paid and waited? So let's not make things difficult for ourselves. That's the bloody truth. I don't know, this might not sit well with some of you, but I'm sorry, it's the bloody truth. It is the truth. These things have processes. If you're buying in Queen's Garden in Sherry Notes, you can get instant allocation in terms of, in fact, the instant allocation is still under 2 weeks. Under 2-3 weeks. I have some of you are watching me now, you are bought and under 2 weeks you got your allocation. But places like Meridian Boulevard, you can't get instant allocation. You can only get instant paper allocation. in Meridian Boulevard. Because why? They're still working on site. What will they allocate you a job to your lawyer? Yeah, understand now? That's why people lie to you. That's why some realtors will lie to you. They will tell you what you want to hear. Collect your money, and later they'll tell you, madam, it's not ready, it's not ready. Not here. Contact the company. They'll not leave you stranded. But when we are telling you the truth, please listen. Trust me when I tell you, when I take my time. Sometimes I feel bad. When I take my time to explain things to people and people don't want to listen to me, people don't want to believe it. The one that gets to me is you guys keep comparing America, Canada, the processes there. You keep comparing this. As it is unfair. It's not fair that you come and compare Canada to Nigeria. USA to Nigeria. Stop doing it. It's on. You guys are not realistic. You Nigeria, now, please. These things as processes. I will take you through the process. What I need you to do is trust me. You might be watching and you have not bought from me, but I'm telling you on behalf of your realtor that is also a trust, because I know I have a lot of colleagues too who are trusted. They're trusted realtors. They have credibility. Trust us when we take you through the process. I'm not talking about somebody that's not taking you through the process. That's a different ball game. I'll take you through the process. Queen's Garden is Sherry North. If you buy it now, they will allocate you in 2 weeks. And why is that 2 weeks? Because if you have paid for your survey, the survey must be out before they allocate you. They can allocate you and say, okay, and when you pick your plan, where is the plan you're picking? Because we have different kind of designs in Sherry North. Once you pick it, it is still 2 weeks. You will still have to wait for 2 weeks. But some of you will say, if I pay now, I want to get my allocation now. For some estates, they will give you paper allocation. But for some estates, the company will do not allow it. What they do is they do allocation based on first come first serve basis. And that first come first service basis is also on the first person to pay survey. It's not the first person to pay money for land. Oh. When I tell you allocation is done on first come first serve basis, please, it's not as you have paid for your land. Oh. If you pay for your land last year and somebody else pay for the land this year and pay for survey, the person will get allocation before you. Yes, you heard me right. Yes. Except if you have been given a paper allocation. Except you are buying into like Meridian Boulevard. In Meridian Boulevard, Okwaja now. If you buy now, I don't know about any other realtor. Because I remember that I did a video there and somebody was saying, oh wow, that he already bought from another realtor and the realtor didn't tell him he was going to get a paper allocation. Well, it might not be something that is open to everybody, but I will get you paper allocation on the layout. Now, I have clients that have bought and they have paid for their survey. We are waiting for the survey to come out. Now, even if the survey is going to come out, I think this week, thereabouts. Yes, end of this month, end of March. Now, when it's out, I'm asking the company, oh yeah, we're down. The ground needs to be ready. Because if the ground is not ready, the estate is not ready, they didn't fulfill some part where you need to be allocated. And they didn't do, how will you be allocated by me? No, you guys saw beachfront. Look at the way beachfront. Look at the way Queen's Garden is. They've not even cleared the back. And you're asking for instant allocation. Why job on you say there? Tony go for me far. I'm sorry to apologize to those who don't understand you, but I'm just begging. Sorry, by default, I'm a proper Yoruba woman, so by default, I speak my Yoruba. Sorry, it's just a But what I'm saying is these things as processes, okay? If you have bought into beachfront, trust me, you will get allocated this year if you have finished paying for your land. If you have bought into beachfront, so I saw a lot of you asking me, when is beachfront going to... I'm like, did I even do a mistake to do this video? So please, some of these estates, when you have to pay for the land, you have to take the leap of faith, pay for the land, pay for the document, and wait for your allocation. Please. They don't allow anybody to tell you what you want to hear. That's the part that gets to me. And say, see now, you not get so anxious and the realtor will just tell you, yes, tell them, yes, yeah, it's true. Just call the hey. Don't push some of these people to start lying to you, because at a point they will get frustrated and say, okay, let me tell them what they want to hear. And when you not get to that bridge, you guys will not be crossing it. But for somebody like me, I will not wait to get to that bridge. I'll tell you now, if you work, I know a lot of people who refuse to buy property from me because I told them that they were not going to get the instant allocation now, that the company is going to inform them when the allocation is going to be ready, and that you just have to trust me and I'll keep you informed. That's what I did with beachfront. Now, let me give you another example. Queen's Park in Mowe Ofada, because of the way the terrain is, that land is naturally dry. So the moment the people that bought into it, they still had to wait till when the company brought out the calendar for the first batch of allocation. Now, after that first batch of allocation, they now do allocation every two weeks. Now, why is this still 2 weeks? So if you buy into Queen's Park, Mowe Ofada now, you will get your allocation in 2 weeks. And that's because you have paid for the land, you have paid for the agreement, and you have paid for the survey. That's when they will give you the allocation. That's when they will give you the allocation. So please, these things as processes, can we respect the process when we explain it to you? Can you please respect it? Because I know that a lot of people don't understand how it works. I get that. Of course, I understand. It's a terrain you're not used to. A lot of you are not even in Nigeria. So you have not been in Nigeria in a long time. I started with that. And you don't understand how it works. Yes, I get it. But what I'm also saying is, once I explained how it works to you, I would be very happy if you try to be understanding with me. Because sometimes I feel like when you come at me and always make me feel like I'm a fraudulent person, there's this huge distrust in you that you don't even trust anybody, and you're putting it in my face all the time. I just don't have option to just say, you know what? If you don't trust me, then don't bother. Why? What's the point? Because there's no how you go about it. You still have to trust me to do this. You have to trust me. So if you start on the foundation of that huge distrust, insecurity around you, me personally, I'm sorry, it's a turn off. The moment I see that there's so much, because I don't like headache. And when you don't trust me, there's no how you take my word for it. And when you cannot take my word for it, I cannot work with you. Yes, because I take my word very, very serious. So when you don't want to trust my words, there's no point. Like I told you guys, it's not really about the money. So if I'm going to work with you and I'm an honest person all the way, it's a process. I need you to trust me to walk you through the process. But if you're not ready to trust me, what can a little girl like me do? Nothing. I can't do anything. I cannot perform miracle. I cannot perform magic. So please, I'm pleading with you. It doesn't have to be me only, right? Because I know you people a lot of you watch my video and you're not my clients. It's okay. I mean, trust your realtor. So if you're watching my video and you're not my client, you have your own realtor, please trust them. I'm sure probably you can relate. Maybe this conversation had happened in a couple of times. I'm not saying it's all realtors that's out there that is trustworthy, but I am 1001. I'm telling you with my full chest. Yes, fine, from my own angle. Yeah, I know. Trust me, guys. I put you guys in consideration with everything I do. A lot of what I do and I put out here is because of you people. I tell you. Ordinarily for me, I don't even need those information to be out there. Like what I'm doing now is because of you guys. Trust me, it's tough. It's a lot of work actually. But I've decided to pay those sacrifices so that everything I do is because of you guys. I consider and think of you guys every time. Before I pick up a company I sell for, I consider you guys. Because it is because of you guys that I'm in this business. And it is because of you that I do what I do every day. So it would be nice if you understand the process and trust me and work with me. I appreciate everyone who has trusted me thus far, honestly, and that's why you see that if you notice my video, I keep saying it. I appreciate you guys, and I do not take your trust for granted. But please, these things take time. Don't allow anybody tell you that if you pay now, you get allocation now. If you get allocation now, it's paper allocation. If it's physical allocation, it means that you are buying into an existing estate where people are living already. But places like estates that are just springing up now, they have to put it in shape. Even some of these estates, they've not even sandfilled, they've not even cleared. They have to clear. If you require some filling, they have to some fill. Do you want them to give you something that is not some fill? Won't just bush and point in your hand, and you tomorrow you don't even know where it will.
Or rather we meet online.
Do you understand? Exactly. So that's why I said I should explain. I hope I hope you guys understand this. I hope I've not hurt anyone here. Please, I just felt the strong urge to put this out there, and hopefully, someone will listen to this and will just kind of understand the processes, and it can help you next time when you're buying into a land. You don't unnecessarily put your realtor on pressure, or you don't necessarily now think that because the realtor said you will not get instant physical allocation that it is a fake land. No. So if somebody had told you that before, it's not a fake land. These things take time. Even for houses, you don't get instant allocation, except if you're buying a ready-made house. If you buy a ready-made house, yes, you get your allocation in days, actually, after you've done payment, because these things are processed. If you finish paying your payment, they will confirm the payment. After confirming the payment, they will issue receipts and all of that, and then choose the units they want to give to you. So there's nothing called instant. Instant is a matter of weeks or days. So please, that is the process of acquiring a landed property in growing in new estates. I repeat, you can't compare peer. So if you're watching me and you're like, no, what's she talking about? I bought a land and I got my physical allocation. It's because that estate has been prepared. So if you're buying a property in an estate where so let me take Perfection Estate for instance. Now, Perfection Estate is a place where you can get instant allocation actually if you're done with your physical payment. Because why? It's naturally dry. They don't need any instant filling. They don't need anything. So why would they allocate you? But the companies still have their processes. What do I mean? They do allocation in batches. See, these people are also human beings. They run a parastatal. They run a firm. They can't be doing one. It's exhausting, actually. Asking them to come and allocate for goodness today. Come tomorrow, allocate for Usman. Come next tomorrow, allocate for Olaya. They are human beings. These resources is true in this country. They have to put Usman, goodness, Olaya, Promise, Davido, Whiskey, Kiniko, Itimaya. Put it together, 10 of you. And say, okay, let's allocate 10 people together because of resources. Let's understand these things. It's not because they have anything to hide or they have something to shade. No. They are also, these things are processes. Please, let's understand. Because it's a Nigerian factor. That's why you guys are always afraid. Nigerian factor. You Nigerians, I understand. But even the legit, don't stop making us the legit look like we are not legit. These things take a while. They want to do it in batches. It's better for them to do it in batches. It's easier for everybody. Okay, look at me now. Imagine if I have, how many clients I have, and they tell me to come and be doing allocation every day. Hey, Joe, how will I be attending to the new clients? I cannot be. Do you understand? So if even a company tell me they want to allocate my client, I tell them, can we do it in batches, please? So they do it in batches because we have numerous estates. So we can't be. Do you understand? So I just wanted you guys to understand the process. I hope I've been able to just, because I realized that the video is now longer than expected, but I hope you guys get the gist, you get the drift, you get it. Please, if you have any question whatsoever, if you want me to just further explain this one-on-one, I don't mind. Call me and I will do that for you. Thank you so much to everyone that has watched this video. Hey guys, hey, you need to come and buy into Perfection Estate. Is still selling, no. The sea of old land is still selling. If you have 3.6 and you want to buy a session land, approved a session in Ibejulaki, call me now. I got another one for you guys. I'll go and do the video much later and post it, but hey, you can call me and we can talk about it before I go do the video. Now, Cityness is still selling fast. It's almost sold out. It's very naughty. It's remaining 4 or 5 plots, yo. Okay, I'm telling you, phase 2 is coming. Now, the phase 2 is still vacant. It's virgin. You better buy into the phase 1 now, because I know when we bring phase 2 out, you'll be saying, don't you have in phase 1? You better buy it now. You see, make a while the sunshine. Okay? Now, the hottest of the hottest of the hottest of the hottest, Mogo Nights. The price is gonna change in April 1st. It's still selling at 10 million naira per plot. and you can spare your payment for 6 months. Give me a call, and several others. Meridian Boulevard is there, Queen's Park, Way of Father, Queen's Garden, and just give me a call on whatever investment you have in mind, and let's discuss your option. You that you have called me before, let's conclude on here. We need to TikTok conclude on these transactions for you. All right, thank you so much once again. My name remains Goodness Usman, of course, of your fab lady realtor for Nigeria Realty 24. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Right now I say, oh double.